to the tournament, and it looks like our countdown has completed, and here we go for Game 1.
So Chungus on Bubble and Alan on Quickman, both good starting stages. Since we're doing no zipping on this year's tournament, there are no beneficial spots for starting. Usually, Bubbleman is safe, Quickman is safe. Well, let's see.
Well, there's usually 4 stages I consider to be safe, and possibly 4 that I would consider unsafe to start with. However, you can correct me on this. The unsafe stages, from my point of view, are Airman, Woodman, Heatman, and Crashman.
Well, it depends. Woodman is really rough for first stage. Airman also. I would say the 2 that are very hard are Heat and Crash. That's what you have to 100% avoid. Even if they're easy, they're not first stage material, you know?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. I mean, items that can come handy too on those stages. So, though we're zipless, items still help and they save a lot of time.
Well, AlanHeffley's Sniper Joe doing some work with his ride armor there, sniping AlanHeffley. This is not going to be an easy stage for Alan. They just want to run to the right, see what he can do here. But after what looks like 2 hits, he's already down to almost nothing for the life bar.
See, what it makes it so difficult is the mix. If they're regular jokes, it's fine, but the mix, you gotta know how to deal with the mix. And Chungus enters Bubbleman's room, which has Woodman. Not very polite, but we'll see how Woodman behaves. He jumps really high. Okay. It's fine. Pretty dodgeable.
Kind of surprised he's not getting stuck on the top of this stage like some of the other Robot Masters do, but looks like 2% Chungus getting through his first stage, so Bubbleman's donezo. Didn't look like he picked up an item.
Yeah, Alan also made it through the area with the Joes, so he is pseudo-safe. No, he should be safe now. I believe he keeps his E-Tank, so he's fine.
I think the only factor we may have to worry about for Alan is his number of lives, but I believe he only took 1 death. So yeah, there we see 2 lives in his inventory, an E-Tank, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, it depends. This is a flashy boy. Oh, he's flashing every second. This
yeah, he's also shooting upwards, so...
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
He's low, yeah. And that's it. Quick is done. And item 1. That's nice.
Now, I don't know if our tracker's aware, but they should start tracking things. And I only say this because Prodigy is kind of being forced into double duty here.
I love being rubbed on. I mean, it motivates me more. It motivates me even more. Though, that's a really big thing here that's happening. Chungus chooses metal, which is pretty good. While Alan, even when the item 1 is on Crash, which can be very impolite stage, especially on the climbing sections. Look, another Joe. Wow.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, it looks like Alan's using heat, and it looks to be a regular shot that needs to be charged.
Chungus gets deleted by Quickman because he had only 4 HP. Decides to not use that E-Tank, saves it, and tests another weapon.
And not a bad idea from Chungus. Had a life to spare, and what was that? Leaf Shield just demolishing Metal Man.
Yeah, that was a really good weakness find.
Ooh,
Alan? Yes, he knows. He's just protective. And Chungus also finds a 3rd stage Crash.
Ooh, so both of our runners into the crash stage quickly. So this could be a bit of a stumbling block. Alan knows that the rises fairly quickly, but also disappears fairly quickly. 2% Chungus, this is going to be his first experience with the Sniper Joes and their armors.
Yeah, these can be extremely rough, if, especially if you have played Vanilla Freako before, and you know, like, Sniper Joe, this is rough, I'm gonna take some damage, but if you don't deal with them here, it gets even rougher. It can get really disgusting really fast. Like this one.
Oh.
This is really bad.
Yuck. And as we see Alan getting knocked off, so...
Okay.
Oh.
He's
has the right strategy there.
Yeah.
To try to sneak underneath while the armor jumps up, but I don't think you can make it to that third platform. So Alan just gonna take a death here.
Gets stumped. It's funny, the 80% started something like this, but from a different point. Let's see how Chungus deals with this. I think he has a vertical weapon now.
He does have air shooter.
Yeah, and leaf shield.
So 2% Chungus has...
Okay.
2 stages done compared to AlanHeffley. So...
He has damn metal.
If only our tracker would write that down.
Imagine how good he is.
I am not gonna let you off the hook on this.
Oh, of course, I am convinced.
Oh no. So AlanHeffley has to try to damage boost his way through this rabbit.
Not necessarily, though.
I don't know why he's staying on the right side. Go up the left side, you have item 1.
Yeah, you can kill the rabbit and go to the right side if you're locked, but I think he has heat. Heat can instantly delete the rabbit, probably. Isn't that your job? No. My job is to stay home, drink, and be safe. I mean...
Yeah, that's about it. I'm getting a little sick of it after 4 months of it at this point, but you know, I don't want to make this about anything other than the runners here.
Yeah.
If I can help it. So 2% Chungus actually getting through the Crashman stage. Alan struggling mightily, so we'll see if he's able to adapt. And it does look like Alan's going to go up the left side instead of the right.
This here is not a bro. Absolutely not a bro. Okay, he gives him a little breathing space. Nope, not a bro. Nope. This is gonna hurt. Okay, manages. Wow.
Well, that's why I would have figured you just go up this side. Oh no, getting rabbited again. Oh, this is just brutal.
This is hurtful.
Maybe a quick item 1 and jump off to the side and get on a platform?
Oh, it's very simple. Kill the rabbit that's down, that he's falling now, kill it, and go to the right ladder. It's that simple, but, you know, that's what I want to see new people play, because they have never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alan getting... the short end of the learning curve stick here. I think he just doesn't know how to deal with that situation.
I was gonna say all of them have different strategies because they're new. They're not biased. I mean, after a lot of time of playing, you get biased to strategies and you get used to using this and that. And new people have their own way of thinking. That's why I like to see new people.
Oh no, Alan!
Alan, please! Stay with me here.
Confusing the shot and jump button there, I think. Walking a little too far to the right.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough one for Alan. I think this seed is not very polite for new players. But it is what it is.
Well, 2% Chungus seemed to be able to get through the Sniper Joe area with the armors, but then again, he had a couple items to help deal with it. Alan just kind of having to go right out of the box with it. So we see how beneficial having the items.
Yeah, and Chungus slowed down because I don't believe, or he has only one E-Tank. He wants to have some HP for this boss. He doesn't want to drain every E-Tank at bosses. So this flash, he has no issues with this flash. He's gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean, pretty easy fight from 2% Chungus. So 2% Chungus, I believe, 4 robots down.
Yep. And item 1.
Yeah, we know the item 1 is in that stage. Alan completed it and struggled mightily doing so, and I think Alan just getting the worst of it, just the randomizer not wanting to cooperate with him here.
Yeah, he needs to be overprotective, but it's fine. It's good to be scared while playing the randomizer. It's very good to have awareness. While Chungus is in there, I mean, I think... Oh, he has item 2 as well. I missed that, Rico. And,
well, so did I, to be honest.
He has the atomic checks going on. I almost think he died there, but it was quick to turn around.
Ooh, Alan, having a little issue with these discount Metroids, and just gonna drop down onto the next one. The positioning of these enemies is just rough.
Yeah. Usually in this section you have a cluster of enemies. So now he will...
Chungus, I think, a little low with that item too. But getting the bird to spawn from the correct side by turning around.
That's very good. That's very good. He played it very well. And Alan, meeting his second boss though. Let's see how he handles it.
Oh, actually staying away from Woodman. Possibly afraid that he's gonna get bodied.
Woodman hits hard. Not like the other robos.
Oh, a little too far away. Oh, this is gonna be close. Got him. Alright.
Got him. Both of them got their respective robos. And he defeated, I believe, Heat and Air.
Oh. Yeah, I knew 2% Chungus was at the end of the stage, but I was so focused on TheAlanHeffley and that Woodman fight, 2% Chungus's boss fight completely flew under the radar for me.
Yeah, he was greeted by an Air, by a Heatman, and it was pretty tame.
So Alan testing out the Leaf Shield doesn't seem to be too effective in Metal Man stage. But Alan does pick up a second E-Tank, so I'm gonna hope to see some E-Tank usage, especially when it comes to avoiding a game over.
I believe he will not game over. I mean, you can rub it off later, but both of the runners are overly protective. They're because they're new. They're not rushing it. If you know what I mean, they're taking their time just to survive. It's hard already, so okay. You can rub it off now, Frico, if you want.
Oh no. TheAlanHeffley completely baited by the item, and a prop top just drops down and crushes him into oblivion, causing a game over. So, not the worst game over, but still another minute worth of time just on that death alone that AlanHeffley is going to somehow have to make up.
Tin cans hurt a lot, like a lot.
This is just
Insane.
trial by fire here for AlanHeffley. If you've not played the Mega Man 2 Randomizer before, may I be the first to officially welcome you to the Mega Man 2 Randomizer. Unfortunately, I didn't roll the seed, but you can't fully blame me for this one, Alan.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to express myself, but if you're blind playing the Rando, even if you played vanilla for so much time and you say, hey, I love Mega Man 2, and you come here, you will get absolutely destroyed for seconds, for a couple of seconds. So these guys surely have what it takes. They just have to remove the tilt, you know.
Yeah,
See, I have enough. I died enough. Just play the game now.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it is a learning curve, and once you get past it, like Alan realizing that prop top is going to spawn right on top of him again, making the jump. So we see some progress from Alan, so hopefully he'll get to the boss door. There we go.
yeah, Chungus died once in wood due to these shrimps and birds that are around, but still using the Ram 2, using it very well. And
Yeah,
quick for Alan. You gotta dance with the quick boy. You gotta dance. Or just use Leaf Shield, you know.
I'm not sure if Alan realizes he can just hide in the corner, but gonna use an E-Tank and go back to the Leaf Shield. Yeah, just stand there. There you go. No need to shoot that Leaf Shield off. Quickman will just kind of destroy himself.
Oh, Seafreako even handsome Jack in chat. He's a very experienced Mega Man 9 runner. He got this right. So, I don't envy these guys. Oh, the chickens, and the Crashman. The Crashman? Are you dumb, Crashman? No, he's not. He's pretending.
Uh-oh. I hear an intruder alarm in our Discord.
We have...
It very well may be. Ladies
who
and
let you in
gentlemen,
here?
I have made it.
You're late. Get out. You're fired.
You are fired. I mean, we don't pay to people that are late to their jobs, you know?
It's true, it's true.
Yep. How's it going?
Real life issues aside, I was in a race of my own to make it here to see TheAlanHeffley versus 2% Chungus. I have been so excited for this race. But I'm catching up the action right now.
I mean,
how excited are you guys for seeing
there were
two
already
brand new runners?
There were already 2 game overs and a couple of other deaths, so maybe we can sum it up around 10 deaths already. So you will be even more excited. It's still half the seed.
Yes, yes, definitely. So I have been doing my research and checking out these runners as far as I could figure. I always loved new runners to the randomizer, especially joining the tournament for the first time as well.
Good. So now you can enlighten me and Freako. How are these guys doing on their own? Because this is probably our first time seeing them.
Yes, it would be our first time seeing them in the tournament, as well as probably for the most part doing their own randomizer streams as well. I will say 2% Chungus actually had his first randomizer seed victory completion in our showcase races before the tournament started.
Ooh, AlanHeffley finding the air shooter, just dumpstering Heatman, so maybe not call it a comeback, but Alan's starting to get his feet underneath him. And gonna head into Flashman stage. I think it's just a little too far behind with how rough the start he had. So, Alan, after this race, might want to go running back to a different game that has a 2 in its name, as he is from the Zelda 2 Randomizer community.
You're gonna rub him off all night.
Oh, absolutely. Alan knew it was coming, and it would only be, proper that I deliver on my savageness of Alan throughout this seed.
And we have our game. Will you introduce us, Ari, to our game?
Absolutely, and just in time to see the best eyebrows in video gaming on 2% Chungus' screen, and that also means that we would like to play our favorite game in the community, and that is Guess the Color of the Dragon at the end of Wily 1, and as a bonus, Guess its Weakness.
Alright, I know what you're gonna do, so I know what I'm gonna do in response, so you first, Prodigy, this time around.
Okay, since the background is black, I do believe the dragon will not be black, so he will be white. Let's... Crash, maybe? Crash. Let's say Crash, okay.
Alright, well... I disagree with you. I think we're gonna see... Well, it won't be black, but I think we'll go gray. Like my hair is gonna be going after, doing commentary and watching this particular race. So, I've relied on the bubble lead so far, and I see no reason to get away from my safety of the bubble lead on the dragon.
Nice. Ari?
Full respect on that, Freako. So, I'm gonna go with my classic pick, the old Georgia Peach. So we're gonna see a peach dragon with some green accents, and air shooter for the weakness.
Meanwhile, while he's climbing, Alan actually defeated Metal Man, and he was in Flashman stage. And he's now doing, I guess this is his second attempt on Crash? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe... Oh no, he doesn't have item 2 or item 3 yet.
Nope.
Oh, that's a shame. So Woodman and Heatman, I believe, item 2 and item 3 are locked behind some combination of those 3 stages just by process of elimination. Alan doesn't really know it, but I think he wants 2% Chungus to fall off a block here or something as we see Barney the Dinosaur show up, or Barney the Dragon.
That's Barney. That's Barney, and it's not Buster Barney. Can it be? Oh!
Yeah, we got some bubble lead! There you go, Freako!
We got the bubble.
Oh, and taking it down with no problem.
That was a really good bubble as well. Like, the arc of the bubble was perfect.
I'm going to reiterate a little bit on what I was saying earlier. So, TheAlanHeffley has over 3 years of speed running experience, but he is mostly a Zelda runner. Actually, the tournament organizer for Zelda 2 Randomizer. Just taking a foray into Mega Man 2 here for the tournament, which you'll love to see. And when it comes to 2% Chungus, he has more than 2 weeks of speedrunning experience.
More than 2 weeks is fine if it's Mega Man, but Zelda 2, I agree, Zelda 2 is a far different game. It's still a platformer, it's not like the other Zeldas, but is no Mega Man, so he's gonna have to suffer a little bit here.
For sure, and hey, we don't even know how many years of experience 2% Chungus has, because it's more than 2 weeks. He could have been running since the beginning of the game.
Imagine. Wow.
Well, but it's only what we know about, and 2% Chungus actually giving us a little bit of information, if you don't mind the segue. It's going to be the leaf shield that handles the crash walls.
Yes, sir. That's very important. It will help him, save him time on his future fight with the Boo Beam. It's good because you get an E-Tank, and yeah, it's safe.
Yes, and he could actually, if he is experienced enough to know, he can know that the Boo Beam weakness will not be Leaf Shield.
Oh, let's see. He instantly tries the Leaf Shield as the weakness, Buster is not as well, while Alan is meeting that naughty airman. This airman is not a bro. Has 4 patterns that 3 of them are really bad.
Oh,
And-
you hate to see it.
Yeah, only
no.
1 is beneficial.
Alan
However,
tank.
2% Chungus finding a 1-hit Metal Blade on the Pico.
So, if Metal Blade is strong like this, he will it takes 1 ammo off the bat, and I believe it's not spammable. You can shoot only 1 Metal Blade, so every miss counts. GG's to Chungus, though. He makes it out.
Yeah, Chungus already into Wily 3, actually putting together a good... Oh no, Alan getting bodied by Airman. And that's a
Okay.
game over.
Yeah, I hate to see it. However, he did get the information that Charged Heat is the ultra weakness to Airman. He just could not pull it off, unfortunately.
For the guys that are wondering, what's happening? Why is he dying to Airman? Well, in this particular Airman, how it's randomized, you can see that Airman is not giving him space behind his back, so he cannot hide from the tornadoes or anything. Oh, the problem with this Airman, he's jumping way too high, and you cannot do anything. So, yeah, this Airman is not a pro. Definitely not a pro.
Yeah, these boss patterns have been uncooperative on multiple stages so far. So, you know, a little bit of a rough go of things for Alan, but it is 2 out of 3. So we'll see if Alan can steal his resolve for game 2, because I think that's really what we're looking at if we're Alan at this point. Because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, still 2 Robot Masters to go. I mean, I would say the typical par time to get into Wily is about 20 minutes, so Alan is definitely behind that, whereas 2% Chungus was just about where I expect things to be 20 minutes into the race.
Ooh, he found Metal Blade, but ran out of energy for it, so he has to hunt for another weakness, a Guts Tank.
Metal Blade is really costly this seat, so he'll have to search for something else. And this heat is abysmal. You have to hold it for 5 minutes in order to
Yeah,
fully shoot it. Oh, leaf!
Finding Leaf
Fine.
Shield.
Nice.
so yeah, part of the many things that are randomized is the charge time on the heat being charged from a regular shot to its full power shot, and sometimes it just gives you full power right out of the box. So AlanHeffley with the Metal Blade, to segue over to him, able to make quick work of the rabbits that trolled him so mightily in his first foray into the crash stage. So now we'll see Alan get to the end and have another date with Airman, hopefully not getting bodied this time around.
I'm actually looking forward to that. I want to see how he adapts. This is his actually 3rd time with the Airman, so I want to see how he adapts to this. I mean, that's what it's all about. You die once, and the second time you should know, okay, good pattern, let's go. This is a good pattern as well. Okay, he's missing it. He's missing the good patterns. Oh my. He's getting the full punish here. Yeah.
And he's trying out different weaknesses. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hello. Deleted.
Well,
Finally
then.
got him 2 for his trouble there.
Yep, now he can do heat if he finds it. Exactly nails it. Fine.
Alright, as we see the great equalizer, the anxiety rooms, Wily 4 on Chungus' screen.
Ooh, looks like little vacancy in the anxiety rooms here. 2% Chungus looks to be given a free pass, at least through screens 1 and 2.
He's preparing with item 2. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. He's gonna die. Yep.
Ooh. Oh, and AlanHeffley taking a death to the oppressive crabs in Heatman stage.
Okay, when these clowns, they're off screen, and when you're on the ladder, they fall down from up the screen and then knock you off the ladder. So if you don't have item 2 in hand, item 1 in hand, item 2 won't help you go up. You're gonna just stay down and die to the spikes. So he doesn't have enough item 1. I'm not seeing this working out. He's gonna have to kill the clown really fast.
Well, it looks
The
like
only
Alan,
alternative. Ooh,
Like
yeah.
this. Just like
Taking
this.
a game over.
TheAlanHeffley actually opted out of Heatman and went into Woodman instead. 2% Chungus, not sure what happened there, but falling off of the ladder,
Yep.
and there's no gear down there to damage boost off of, unfortunately, so straight into the spikes.
He needs to kill that gear, Frico. Otherwise the gear will knock him down. The clown is falling out the screen, so he'll knock him down. He needs to kill it and use item 2. That's his only choice. He doesn't have any items left. You'll see.
Wouldn't you be, I guess without item 1, the only other thing I could think of, you leave shield it right here, so now item 2 is his only option.
Exactly.
And you won't have enough platforms.
Oh, not like this. Not like this.
Uh-oh.
He still has
Might
enough.
have just enough, yeah.
Well, it looks like he's gonna just take the elevator for a bit of a ride, so... Fortunately for him, he has a significant time lead, and we're talking probably 10 minutes over AlanHeffley at this point. So jump on the gear, just get out of there, Chungus. There we go.
I mean, there's nothing wrong riding the elevator. If you're out of items and out of ideas, it's fine. Because you don't want to take another death there. It's tilting. It's really tilting.
Well, I think another death might result in a game over, which would definitely be not good. Oh, he does still have a couple extra hits. So even after those two oopsies, 2% Chungus.
Okay, he's in pain. I believe another E-Tank will have to go. Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to get set back, so that boss door does exactly nothing to help you reach a checkpoint, so 2% Chungus doing what any sane individual would, use the Metal Blade, since we know the Leaf Shield is the Crash Wall weakness.
Be careful on the ammo. Be careful. One more. You have one more shot. Be careful. Okay. Okay, this is fine.
I will point out one thing. He did actually try the Leaf Shield on Boo Beam, and that is a little bit of an inexperience coming into play there.
This is fine.
We all know that the Boo Beam weakness and the wall weakness cannot be the same. As AlanHeffley gets his 7th Robot Master down in Woodman stage.
Yep. Yepper. And he gets item 3 as well.
Oh, and it looks like 2% Chungus is struggling mightily here. Charged heat for the Boo Beam turrets.
One of the most horrible weaknesses, it's a 2-shot charged heat, which means a lot of wasted time, a lot of pause buffering to avoid the shots. It's not very polite from this seed. This seed is not friendly. I would not like to play this personally.
And if we didn't talk about it before, which I'm sure we did, 2 brand new runners to the scene as well, having to deal with all the shenanigans of this specific seed. But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of exciting.
Of course it is. I mean, new people, new ideas. That's how the world works. I love it.
Exactly. With 2% Chungus getting Boo Beam down and heading into refights.
Yeah, Alan getting trolled by these fast-moving Item 1 platforms. Ay. Item 3, Alan, just put that on the wall. That should solve your issue. Come on now. You should know how Item 3 works.
Rico, no pointers. This is Dark Souls 2 now. We're playing Dark Souls 2 blind. So we don't know what's coming up. No
Now,
pointers.
this is more for when AlanHeffley watches this back, he'll have my voice in his head, just like a Zelda 2 seed, where having the clarity of the commentator, I can specifically roast Alan, as he knows this is coming, and I think this is about the 5th time I've said it, so I'm probably being a little too harsh with Alan, but he deserves it, so...
Okay, marked Air as dead, but actually what happened in refights is Air killed. There is no roll. I cannot mark roll as dead, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. This Air is very impolite. I think he's the gatekeeper of all the robles for now.
For sure, but he's got it.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Alan, to the Yoku block section, item 2 in hand, so quick trip across the Yoku block section as 2% Chungus starting to get a little bit of a rhythm down in the refights. So we'll see if Alan can make it to the Wily stages as 2% Chungus clears through the Robot Masters.
Yeah, he's on his 5th robo. I didn't see his first. He's on his 5th robo right now, which is quick.
So, Prodigy, having you in the comms booth here, being the champion of the inaugural tournament, what is your opinion on items?
What does inaugural mean? First.
The first one.
Okay.
What's your opinion on items using in Randomizer?
What?
What is your opinion of using items in Randomizer?
Very high. You need to use them, and they are the speedrun of this game. I mean, item 1 is the most precious item in the game. That's no doubt about it. Item 2 close to 2nd, and item 3 is your castle item. Almost every castle stage wants item 3. Wily 1, item 3. Or item 1. Wily 2, item 3. Wily 3 doesn't want anything. Wily 4, item 3. So item 3 is your castle item, while the other is gonna cover for you for the rest of the stages. I mean, Crash is good to have item 3. Items are extremely important, so there's speed. They're what makes Mega Man so speedy.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
A little bit of a problem here, but we're 2 for 12 on the Wily machine. So we'll see if it's Buster. And Chungus just going straight for...
And it is Buster immune!
Oof.
This could be a problem.
Yep.
Chungus finding Quick Boomerang, it looks like, for Phase 1, but we're going to have a weakness swap as we see the Quick Boomerang no longer effective.
Oh baby, he's gonna have to take it. Unless Crash, please, God Crash. Nope.
Oh, you hate to see it.
No. Chungus taking a death there, but I believe still one free guy in hand, so equipping the Quick Boomerang straight away, knowing, alright, this is what I'm going to use for Phase 1. Still got to hunt for Phase 2.
Yes, for any viewers who are not familiar, if the Wily machine is Buster weak on Phase 1, he will be Buster weak on Phase 2. But if he is not, obviously the weaknesses can be different.
See, that's why we don't want Buster immune machine, people. I mean, we're very happy when...
Going to opt for that item refill, but taking a body shot!
Take that back, unmark every Robot Master, it's starting all over again, people. Here we go.
That is a huge time loss. I don't know if AlanHeffley will be able to make up the time difference for that for sure, but...
Well, it's a start. You know, this could set 2% Chungus down that road of just getting frustrated, you never know. You could end up just rage forfeiting from a seed, not knowing how much your opponent is struggling, as Alan unfortunately taking a death to the dragon. So that's about a minute and a half that TheAlanHeffley's gonna lose.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Alan still has troubles with the bosses of this game. He seems to be fairly good at the stages. I mean, he's pulling through. The bosses is what stops him.
It's just a matter of trying to establish the high ground on the dragon. You really want to be on that top platform. If you're on any of the other platforms and take a hit, you are donezo.
Yep, that's very true.
At least if you're on the top platform, you get hit, you go down to the middle platform, and then it's just a matter of getting back up to the top platform. And with one of the weaknesses being the bubble lead, that's exactly where you want to be in the first place to take down Barney the Purple Dragon here.
Yep. Dragon is a very interesting fight. To kind of explain what the dragon does.
Oh no, TheAlanHeffley. TheAlanHeffley taking another death on the dragon.
The dragon follows you around. He wants to be on your line, on your horizontal line, and when you shoot, he counterattacks. That's how the dragon works.
Yep.
So,
and also being Barney, he wants to have a hug.
To hug you.
Oh yeah.
And kiss you.
Oh yeah. So, Surgeon General Frico's warning here: kissing dragons can be hazardous to your health.
Well, this tracker is getting bugged out. I mean, it's not detecting my inputs anymore. Okay, detected them.
Yeah, I caught up.
I think the tracker's just like, yeah, I've had enough. I gotta go.
Alright, 2% Chungus getting Wily Machine down and onto Victory Road, as Frico would say.
My planet needs me.
As he's here.
Alright, so yes, 2% Chungus done with the Wily Machine and into Victory Road. Oh boy. 2% Chungus did just take a game over, so I don't believe there's any need to drop to the left here. Gonna leave.
He was missing a little bit of leaf shield, I believe, so I told you, like, new runners tend to take things safe. So safe is better. Oh my god, a game over.
Oh,
safe
no,
is better than nothing.
To me, it just feels like you have literally every other item full. So even if it is leaf shield, you just kind of go, alright, I'll take the death, and then just run off to the left in the second time. But it looks like 2% Chungus just going, I'm gonna pick Metal Blade.
And deletes the alien. GG's. Dr. Wily on his knees. Another time.
Very, very nice. Congratulations to 2% Chungus taking the first race of this match.
With an official SRL time of 43 minutes, 15 seconds.
Also, I will like to take a moment to appreciate both runners for running as Roll-Chan, which is my preferred running sprite.
P.S. Every runner out there, don't run Roll-Chan. Ever. The sprite is not good.
It's bad luck. It's bad luck.
No, the sprite is broken. I mean, you can do tiptoe stuff. If you want to be precise, run Mega Man or Bass. This sprite is a little bit broken, but it's fun.
Well, it's not Zero, so not interested. That's my theory on things.
Ooh, bringing the accent into this game.
Not fired.
Oh, shame, Frico.
Shame, that's shame.
Give me that Z-Saber.
So you want to slash things down instead of using your trusty buster? What kind of person are you? You want easy games?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
That's why I do commentary. Oh no, Alan, sitting on the second
I
platform.
swear, if I die so many times on the dragon, I would probably give up. Like, completely and turn off my PC for the day. I mean, I had enough.
That certainly is fair. But we are going to keep with TheAlanHeffley on this, because he has every right to finish this seed.
He's a soldier. Definitely a soldier.
It would not shock me to see Alan just beat the dragon and then say, alright, you got me, let's get to game 2. Out of sight, out of mind, this game 1. And take a breath and move on.
But Rico, there's the other side of things. See? That's where we're a lot of commentators here. How would you know you can complete C2 if you can't beat the dragon?
Well, that's why I think it's just a matter of Alan beating the dragon at this point. And as of yet, I don't believe he's actually found an item that is effective against the dragon. I believe this is now his 5th attempt at the dragon. And
not to take anything away from the runners here. Taking another death here.
We're not taking anything. The game is hard for new people. I'm fully aware. I'm just joking around because I know how it feels. It feels extremely hard. And
as a little bit of an anecdote here,
the crash bombs, because this is 2 times now that he's used the crash bombs, and the dragon's life bar is not moved. So
there is a secret there, Rico, that you cannot see because of the screen. While he's using a crash, the dragon lights up like if you do a hit. So he's probably confused.
Well, he should see the life bar at the end when it reveals itself.
Yeah.
And it's not moving anywhere. So that to me would be the big hint for, alright, this item is not working. Yeah, he should probably take... That's why I wasn't entirely sure why he was repeatedly going to the crash bomb. But, Prodigy coming in with the mechanical explanation for me. I do word things, not the running, so,
Oh, man.
Not everything about the game I am as well versed in as some of the runners are.
Don't worry, Frico. It's, I mean, he probably has a tunnel vision thing right now. He probably doesn't see it. It's fine.
And like you guys said, it very well may be a pride thing.
Hey, you have to kill the dragon. Yo, it's a tunnel vision thing. He's just seeing the flashes and he thinks he's doing damage. Yep.
Well, he should see the life bar, because it's showing up every so often, and that life bar of the dragon is not moving. So,
alright, trying to suss it out. He picks Bubble Lead, but dies, unfortunately, taking another continue, or game over, rather.
And actually, spoilers, he forfeited, so... Well,
Well, anyways, GG's to TheAlanHeffley for trying his best. I definitely believe that that was a pride thing to try to get the dragon down. Because in my race against Charlie Boy on just this past Wednesday, I had the hardest time in Game 1 versus Pico Pico, and I saw Charlie done, and I was determined to beat Pico Pico before I forfeited that game.
Yeah, that I think was Alan's objective, was to beat the dragon, but hopefully, you know, run back the VOD and, you know, the expert commentary advice being provided by Prodigy of, you know, even though it looks like you're scoring hits, that life bar kind of telling a different tale, as Alan, unfortunately, falling victim to the trap, as it were. But it is official, TheAlanHeffley did forfeit, so we are going to move on to Game 2.
Yeah, and while our runners are prepping up Frico, these two are completely new. We've seen what they can do for warm up 40-minute seed. What do you expect from the second one? I think Chungus has it a little bit on the upper hand, a little bit, not by far. So it's still in the air for me. I don't know.
It may have just been the stages they picked at the start of the game, because AlanHeffley struggled and got set down a path kind of leading toward his failure at this seed, possibly not opting out of bad stages. Whereas 2% Chungus, I believe, had 4 stages by the time Alan was able to finish off his second. So, you know, it may have just been you get off to a bad start and it just continues on through the seed. Alan, as much as I want to say that one seed won't bleed into the next, it may end up affecting him because this did end up in an abject failure for him. So we'll see if Alan is able to right the ship, as it were, as we prepare for Game 2.
So what I'm expecting to see is a little bit more cautious movement. I mean, look at your surroundings. Every screen you transition, the first thing you need to do when you transition is zoom your vision. Look what instantly is coming out your way. That's the moment when you have to adapt instantly. It's hard, but as soon as they understand what to look and where to look, it's gonna be good for them. Trust me, the feeling is really good when you know what's happening. I really hope the second race is a little bit better. This was on the rough side for sure.
Oh, it was on the rough side for both runners, as 43 minutes, the winning time of a seed. 43 minutes would get you about a 10-minute behind loss, I think, against someone of your caliber. But it looks like we have a bit of an invasion. The Sprechen Sie Deutsch community, I'm sorry if I butcher my German that I've not used in over 20 years.
No, you're fine. That was very good.
Yes, joining us right now from SpeedGaming Deutsch. We're happy to have you here. We're in the middle of a Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament race between TheAlanHeffley and 2% Chungus. 2 brand new runners to the scene. It's very, very exciting.
Alright, it looks like Alan has the second seed ready to go. Uh-oh.
I personally wish them good luck. I mean, whatever the case, if they get, 1% easier seed this time around, they will be fine. I don't know. This seed was really rough. I can tell from the enemies, so many Joes. I can tell from the bosses, Airman was pretty rough. The machine was rough. The dragon with bubble is not easy usually, so yeah, if it's 1% better, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that was definitely a welcome to the randomizer. A bit of a rough seed for AlanHeffley and 2% Chungus. 2% Chungus able to finish the seed and take that first game victory. This is a best of 3. And one of the things that is randomized is this opening scroll, and I always get a chuckle when it's a game that I immediately know what we're playing, and it looks like we have a little Kirby and Dreamland action going for this particular game.
To bring back lost dreams.
Well, I don't think we want to be dreaming too much about Game 1 if we're either of the runners. Pretty forgettable runs.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
2% Chungus did win, so I guess...
You're talking like you've never been new. Like, I mean,
If I never start, I can never be new.
Oh,
You right.
that's so easy for you, dude. That's so easy. That's so easy. What if you're playing like for 10 plus years and then you die to the dragon? Is that easy then?
Oh no, that means a controller's gonna be immediately implanted into my wall.
Nice. Okay.
It becomes a piece of modern art.
If only I took pictures of my old house